Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It is 9 o'clock. It's time for another video. And today I want to talk to you about Magic Live. That's right. As you all know, Magic Live, one of the biggest magic conventions of the world, has just taken place in Las Vegas. And I had a quick trip over there, went and hung out on the Penguin Magic stand and then came back. And I want to talk to you today about the best tricks that I saw in the dealer room at Magic Live. And I've got videos of all of these as well. Now, there's a couple of things that you need to know. And the first thing is, I can't really give you a recap of Magic Live. And the reason is, I was literally in the dealer hall the entire time. And then after the dealer hall finished, I was in the bar, or I'd gone to bed, or I was hanging out with people. So I didn't really see any of the events of Magic Live. I didn't see absolutely anything. So unfortunately, I can tell you in great detail what the dealer hall was like, but as somebody who was working on a dealer stand, you don't get to see a lot of else of what's going on at the convention. So this is not going to be a highs and lows of Magic Live. This isn't going to be me talking about what my favorite lectures were. This is literally going to be a video about the best tricks that I saw at Magic Live. Now, the second thing that you need to know, which is also really important, is I'm going to be talking about some tricks that have been out for a while. Some of the best tricks that I saw at Magic Live are tricks that are commercially available elsewhere and maybe have been out for about a year maybe. In fact, one thing that I noticed at Magic Live is outside of Vanishing Ink and outside of Penguin Magic, there weren't really many new releases. There weren't many people bringing new tricks out. In fact, Alakazam, who you can normally rely on to bring out something brand new at Magic Live, only had one thing called Cube Mix. We'll get to that a little bit later on. But there was a lot of stuff that was like not particularly brand new. Even something like Leviosa Phone, which was brand new, is available all over the world. It's not like it's exclusively available at Magic Live. There was new stuff, and I'm going to be talking about some of the new stuff, but there was also things that I'd seen for the first time that I hadn't seen before that really made me go, wow. Now, the third thing that you need to know is I was on the Penguin Magic stand. And first of all, I want to say thank you very much. I had my book, Absolute Madness, which completely sold out. We also had two of my new tricks, which aren't even on the Penguin site yet, which is Key Cutter, which is the evolution of Keyvolution by Mark Leverage, Key Cutter, and Game Night, which is this bad boy here, Game Night, which is a Trivial Pursuit's mind-reading thing. The method is insane. Anyway, that sold out as well. So Game Night sold out, Key Cutter sold out, Absolute Madness sold out. We also had Traveling Chips on the stand, which is by R. Paul Wilson. And for anybody that bought Traveling Chips, by the way, I have recorded my handling for Penguin. I've actually recorded another 45-minute tutorial to go on top of the main tutorial, talking about how I actually use it. That sold out as well, along with a bunch of other stuff that sold out. I mean, Penguin just killed it this year. But I obviously haven't got video of me performing Key Cutter or Traveling Chips or the stuff at Absolute Madness or Game Night. So they would be on this list, but I'm not going to put them on this list because I haven't got videos of me doing it. But, you know, suffice to say, I'm biased, but I think my tricks are some of the best tricks there. I mean, if I didn't, I wouldn't release them. So they would definitely make the list, but I can't really bring them into this list because I haven't got footage. I was too busy performing, and there was no one to film me performing my stuff, if that kind of makes sense. But suffice to say, Key Cutter and Game Night and probably Traveling Chips would all be on this list. Having said all of that, we're going to break it down. We're going to go through it. I've got, let me have a look here. Oh my gosh, quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 tricks that I saw at Magic Live that I want to bring to your attention. So, without further ado, let's get into it. In no particular order, here are some of the best tricks that I saw at Magic Live. Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about is an older item. It's called Initial Shock, and it's by Mark Mason. So I got a chance to go over to Mark Mason's booth. I will tell you, Mark was, the talk of the town when it came to Magic Live, and the reason is, if you've never been to Mark Mason's stand before, he sells. He's the best pitchman in the world, right? He sells some amazing tricks, but he also sells some very high-end coins. And at the end of the first day of dealing, he puts all of his coins away in a case, and he takes the case back to his room because they're worth so much money. Well, his case got stolen, and $45,000 worth of coins just disappeared, never to be seen again. But it just shows how incredible Mark Mason is, because despite all of that, he was still smiling, he was still happy, he was still demming everything else. And you know what? He had some of his newer items that he bought out of Blackpool. He had some of his classic range. And when I went over to him, I watched him perform Initial Shock. So Initial Shock came out a couple of years ago. In fact, me and Ryland actually reviewed it on the channel a couple of years ago. And I forgot how good Initial Shock is. In fact, even though I knew the method, it kind of fooled me because I forgot the method. And it made me come home and dig out my Initial Shock, and I'm actually going to start performing it again. Initial Shock is amazing. It's super commercial. Effectively, somebody picks a card, you draw an X on the card case, and it jumps onto their signed card. The method is diabolical. If you've not seen it, we can have a look at it right now. Initial Shock is available from all the Magic dealers around the world, but it's also available directly from JB Magic. And one of the cleverest things about this trick is the method. It's completely self-working. It's not difficult to do at all. And they genuinely pick any card. They genuinely sign the card at both ends. And the initials really do jump onto the card. You give the card out to a spectator as a souvenir. If you've not seen Initial Shock before, let's have a look at it right now.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Craig, how you doing?
I'm good. Are you, brother?
Yeah, really good. You want to see something cool?
I want to see something cool.
All right, buddy. Well, you're at the wrong place, Craig. All right. Little joke, man. Not so funny, but a little joke. Greg touched the back of any. None of that forcing stuff. Any.
That one there.
Are you sure?
Definitely.
All right, I'm going to ask you in a second to put your initials right in between those dots. You'll see why in a second. I know it sounds weird, but it's for a reason. And also, can you do the other end?
Yeah, of course I can.
The reason I did both ends is I'm going to put your card halfway out of this box.
Okay.
So if I put it here, you can see your initials.
Yeah, I can.
I can't switch it, can I?
No.
Because you signed the other end.
Yes.
Right, that all makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to put my initials on the actual box.
Okay.
Now, everybody thinks it's a bluff, but for once we tell the truth. That's me,
Yeah, that's you.
and that's you.
Yeah.
Let's go again. That's me,
Yeah?
and that's definitely you.
100%.
The idea is to make my initials jump onto your card. Are you
No
ready?
way.
1, 2, 3, and it's on.
What?
Now, I know what you're thinking, but I wouldn't lie to you. This regular box, no gimmick whatsoever, nothing stolen away, nothing added. Is that really you?
Yeah, that's me.
Is that really me?
Yes.
And that's Initial Shock.
Next up on the list, we're going to talk about one that I'm kind of a little bit in two minds about. I'm actually going to review this at some point when I've actually got the when I've actually gone through the tutorial. But this is called No Comment by Astor. Now, Astor's a great creator of magic. You'll see him at most magic conventions, and he has a very big range of magic that he can pull out of his hat at the drop of a hat. You know, he's got some incredible gimmicked magic tricks. He's a very clever guy. He at Magic Live, he literally had one trick on his booth. That's it. He just came with one trick. He had a big banner called No Comment, and he had one trick, No Comment. That's all he had, and he sold a lot of them. And I'm in two minds about it. First of all, it's very clever. You're about to see a performance of this, and it is a very clever method. It's one of those tricks that you would sit down and you would show magicians, and they'd be quite confused about it, to be perfectly honest. It's one of those, I think Dave Penn would call it a pipe and slippers type moment. The problem with it is, it's a little bit boring. Without being funny, it's a little bit boring. Now, could you inject a bit of personality into it and make it more interesting? Perhaps, but there's a lot of procedure. So unless you can really sell the fairness of this procedure, it is going to come across as a little bit like yawn. But the method itself works brilliantly. In effect, they're going to pick a card and they're going to find their own card by eliminating cards one by one until they get to the card that they've actually picked. And in that respect, you know, it's a clever routine. And the method is self-working. I just think it's a little bit procedural. I think it's going to send a few people to sleep. I think effectively what you have here is they pick a card and they find it themselves. Honestly, there's so many more direct ways to do this with a deck of cards. For example, have them pick a card, control it to the bottom, have them pick 5 cards, do a Derek Dingle no-lap switch, take the 5 cards, lay them out in the table, do Quinterforce by Phil Smith, and boom, you've effectively got the same thing, but you've cut out masses of procedure and you're using a regular deck. So I'm not too sure how I think about this, but I present it to you. It was very, very popular. It was very, very, very popular with a lot of the conventioneers. This is No Comment by Astor.
Okay, so take any card.
Any card.
Any card. And
That
watch
one right
it,
there.
Watch it.
You want me to look at it?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Insert it in the middle, anywhere in the middle. Yes, perfect. Okay, now. So till now is clean, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I shuffle the deck with a real overhand shuffle. Come closer to see. I do it slowly to see it's real shuffle. It's not a false shuffle. Yes, you see?
Yeah, that's a real shuffle.
Yeah. Okay. Now I cut the deck and I take out the jokers because the trick works only with 52 cards instead of 54. Like this.
Okay.
So, and now I make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 piles. I don't know what was your card, and
No.
I also don't know where is your card in this moment, but I really don't care. Even you know your card, I am sure that you don't know where is your card in this moment, correct? Okay, I will have only 2 questions. My
Okay.
very first question is if your card is one of these 4 cards.
No.
No, for sure, yes?
Positive.
Okay, now we will play a game. I will ask you to touch any pile, and the pile you touch, I will put it away. So it's not a magician choice, it's free choice. Touch any
Okay.
pile.
Come on there.
Okay, I put it away. Next one.
That one.
Okay. Keep going.
That one.
Next.
That one.
And the last one.
That one over there.
Okay, do you like to change your mind?
No.
My second question. One of these cards is your card?
No.
For sure.
For sure.
Okay. The same game. Touch any card. Next one. Next one. Next one. And the last one. You would like to change your mind?
Yes.
Okay. Which I take?
Take that one.
For sure?
Yep.
Okay. Very first time I ask you to name your card.
King of Spades.
Okay, I don't touch it.
Very, very cool.
Thank you.
Okay, so next up, I want to talk about a trick that was on the Alakazam booth. Now, as I say, Alakazam came and did an amazing job, as you can imagine, having Harry and having Pete on the stand, demming non-stop is always going to get people kind of running over to the Magic booth, and that's what happened. The Alakazam booth was always very, very busy. And one of the tricks that they had is one that's not yet released, which is the Elimination Experiment 2.0 by my friend Kyle Purnell. Now, the original Elimination Experiment actually came out through Cosmo Magic probably over a decade ago, and this is how old it was. I reviewed it on the Wizard product review many, many, many years ago, so it's a very old trick. And the Elimination Experiment, very, very good trick, very, very good. The Elimination Experiment 2 goes in a completely different direction. It takes the original Elimination Experiment concept and just takes it to an entire other level. There's kicker after kicker after kicker. It's a perfect example of Kyle's creativity. It's really, really good. And you're going to get to see a video now of Kyle actually demonstrating this trick for us. Now, it's not available yet. You can't buy this anywhere. If you Google the elimination experiment, if there are any, you'll see the old one. But don't go for the old one, go for the new one, because the new one has got way more bells and whistles built into it. So it's going to be released by Alakazam soon. It's basically a packet trick, but it's a packet trick on speed, all based around the spectator making all of the decisions, and it's very, very fair. And as I say, there's a kicker or a couple of kickers that no one ever sees coming. So let's have a look at that. This is Kyle Purnell performing Elimination Experiment 2.0.
Hey, Kyle Purnell here with Alakazam, and we're doing the Elimination Experiment 2.0. It is the best ESP trick because it uses those standard ESP shapes, but it's not long and it's not boring. In fact, it's the fastest one you're ever going to see because, Craig, you're going to just choose one of these to get rid of. Which one of the classic shapes do you want to get rid of?
And let's go for the wavy lines.
The wavy lines. So it's interesting you go for the wavy lines because, to be honest with you, not a lot of people do, but I'm glad you did. And if you want it gone, it is gone, my friend. But you know what's really fascinating, Craig?
What's that?
It's what's on the back. Do you notice anything weird about the back of the wavy lines?
It's red.
Oh, the thing that's different is that it's the only one I didn't write a message on. Because I actually said before we got started, you will eliminate the wavy lines. Which is great, but wait, there's more, I promise. And the reason I know that is because there's 4 cards left, so let's do a round 2, my friend. We got 4 cards left. Can you name a number between 1 and 2? How about 1 and 4? That'd be better.
3.
3. Okay, so 1, that'd be 2, that's 3. Make sure no funny moves. Right here? Yes?
Yeah.
Good. This time you're not even going to say it out loud. I'm just going to give those a little mix. And the first time, as you remember, we literally eliminated the card. This time we're going to physically eliminate the card. Physically eliminate every single card. And when I say every single one, come down here. Every single card completely gone, except for the one that hopefully you were thinking of. And when I say everyone, Craig, I mean literally every single card. And of course, every single card completely examinable, nothing stuck together, no rough and smooth.
That's incredible.
Okay, so next up we have the Larry bag. Now this is possibly the best way I've ever seen to force an object in my life. This is amazing. Now, apparently this was released at Blackpool. I never saw it at Blackpool. So some of you guys that didn't go to Magic Live, that did go to Blackpool, might have seen this. But this is effectively a clear force bag. It's called the Larry bag. And it's effectively a clear force bag. But here's what you can do with this. And you're going to see a video of this in a second. But what you can do is you can have a whole bunch of pieces of paper with different things written on them. You've got a completely empty see-through bag. It's mesh on both sides so they can see it's empty. The spectator can take the pieces and put the pieces of paper in the bag. They can shake it up themselves. You can then throw it to another spectator. They open it up themselves. They take one of those pieces of paper out, and it is a force item. It's basically a two-way clear force bag, but you can show the bag empty at the beginning, and in the action of shaking the bag, it's loading the force pieces in, and when the spectator opens up the bag, they're always going to go into the force section. If I was consulting with an act for Britain's Got Talent, and that act needed to force something in a very different, very unique, very original way, I would suggest using the Larry bag. This is great for stage performers, great for family performers, great even for kid show performers. The bag is not that big. You could very easily fit it into a pocket. You might want to even do it for close-up. This is absolutely the best force bag I've ever seen. Let's have a look at a video of the creator performing the Larry bag.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here I have a piece of paper with names. Okay, all are different singers, Sting, Lady Gaga, Madonna, Elton John, all are different, really, all are different. And here I have one bag, is empty bag, of course. When I say empty, really empty, okay? Really empty bag. And put the piece of paper one by one, or all together is the same. Here, blah, blah, blah. And now I close the bag, and I shuffle a piece of paper, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Now, please, I throw you, you catch. 1, 2, 3, catch. Please open and take one, only one, and I write here one prediction. One prediction here, only one you take. This one here, I have my prediction, please. you tell everybody which is the name of the singer.
Madonna.
Madonna, and my prediction is Madonna.
Okay, so now let's go over to our friend Henry Harrius. Now, last week or the week before, myself and Ryland reviewed 2 new Henry Harrius tricks. We reviewed the Wafer Cube and we reviewed the super thin cube shell. It's the new cube shell that him and Takamizu Sui have brought out together. Ryland gave them both a really good review, and he performed a simple cube solve using this super thin shell. Well, Henry, who was at Magic Live again, had both of those items there, and I got a chance to see him perform his routine with this super thin shell, and it's amazing. It's basically a spectator solves, there's 2 Rubik's Cubes, there's 2 bags, it's almost like a do-as-I-do style routine. A spectator mixes up a cube, you mix up a cube, their cube goes in your bag, your cube goes in their bag, you solve their cube, they solve your cube, the bags are completely empty. They're left with a cube that can be completely examined. This is perfect if you're a close-up worker. It's perfect if you are a stage performer. It's perfect if you are a family show performer. This is one of the best cube routines I've ever seen. And the cool thing is, it's very, very, very easy to do. And this shell is incredible. And you could not do what you're about to see without using this shell. I think I'm going to start doing this close-up. I think that this is going to be something for me that I could see myself doing close-up, because I'm left with a regular cube that I can go into my new normal cube set, and I can just have a couple of bags with me and I'm good to go. This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. And I think a lot of people have been talking about the Wafer Cube for good reason. The Wafer Cube is great, but I think that, people are forgetting how innovative this new shell is. So let's have a look at Henry Harrius performing this brand new shell by him and Takamizu Sui.
Hi, Greg, how are you?
Good, my friend.
Let's do something, right? So,
Hi.
my old friend. So, cubes, take it.
Yeah.
Mix it up any way you like. All we need is 2 mixed up cubes. Okay?
Okay.
Good. So, great. And what's this? Paperback.
Paperback.
So, pick one.
Yeah.
Slam it.
Yeah.
Go around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now open it. Yeah. So it's now 3D. So 1 cube for me and 1 cube for you. Okay. Hold it like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me go in. Yeah. Good. Now when you take top,
Yeah.
hold tight. Now all we need to do is shake it. Do exactly as we did. Shake it. Snap it. Now look, don't move.
Yep.
Mine first, look. My cube.
Wow.
And solve every single side. But if you can do it, you will be the greatest musician in the convention.
Yeah.
Put your hand in. You do.
Yeah.
Take it out.
Pick it up.
Yeah. Show the back. Show the cube.
What's that?
And one more surprise for you. How about this?
Oh.
So now we're heading over to Vanishing Ink. We're heading over to Vanishing Ink and we're looking at Christian Grace. So Christian Grace is obviously one of the biggest names in magic and mentalism right now. He is literally everywhere. And he kind of branched off for a while away from Vanishing Ink. He was the poster boy for Vanishing Ink for a while, then ran off and did a lot of his own stuff. And now he's back with Vanishing Ink with a new trick called Hex. Now I'm going to show you a video of this. I'm going to reserve comments too much on this because I do have thoughts on this trick. And I'm going to leave it for a review. I'm going to review this very, very soon. I might even be reviewing it this weekend for this weekend's review show special. I do have thoughts on this. I think it's very, very good. The video you're going to see, it was the first time I saw Hex being performed, and it blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. I think it'll blow your mind as well, because what you're about to see is impossible. What you're about to see can't be done. And yet it is. It's done live right there in the Vanishing Ink booth. And look, it looks amazing. So I'm not going to say anything else about it because there are pros and cons. There are ups and downs. There are highs and there are lows. This is not the video to get into that. But for now, Just have a look at a performance. This was also one of the most talked about tricks at Magic Live. It's called Hex. It's by Christian Grace and Vanishing Ink. Let's have a look at that right now.
Hello everyone, I'm Christian Grace and welcome to my effect Hex. Hello there, nice to meet
Hi.
you. What's your name?
Abby.
Abby, we're going to try something. So Abby, do you know what a ritual is?
Yes.
Right, yeah, magicians kind of use them, right? Because a ritual is a pattern of behavior that reinforces a belief system that might not exist, might never be there. So Abby, we're going to try a ritual. I want you to think of any playing card you like. And tell me when you have one in mind, and one that you can comfortably spell, because we're going to perform a hex, right,
Okay.
which is a spell. So tell me when you have one in mind.
I have one.
Okay, so look, shuffle deck, which means we don't know what you're going to spell to. You're simply going to spell whatever card you're thinking of, one card per letter.
Okay.
But I'm going to do it too, so I'm going to start with my card, which is the 7 of Spades.
Okay.
So SEVENOFSPADES. That was my ritual.
Okay.
So I'm going to take that one. So spell your entire card, secretly and silently. You can do it under the table if you like. One card per letter to the bottom, and then tell me when you're done. You see, at this point, Abby's literally thinking of any playing card. She's performing a ritual to herself. So this is all in her hands, and I can't wait. We're going to try something special. So you've spelt the entire card.
Yeah.
So without looking at it, take this top card and hold it to your chest. When I tell you to look at it, I want you to take a deep breath in and look at it. So take a deep breath in and look at it now. Now there's something really interesting. The moment someone looks at a card, things go off in the head, right? Because you don't know what card you were going to get in the hands. But I'm going to try and deduce something about this. There's a similarity here. Is the card in your head a different colour to the one in your hands?
No.
No, that's the similarity, right? The same colour. It's not the same suit though, is it?
It is.
Yes, so there's such a connection. If you were to put these cards side by side, which one has more detail on it? The one in your head or the one in your hands?
Neither.
You're not telling me that you're experiencing the ritual. So you thought of any playing card and you've literally spelt to it.
Yeah.
Can you explain to the camera what's happened?
No, this is my card. Do I show it?
Yes, please.
That was my card, 5 of clubs.
Literally, your card
Yes.
you're thinking of.
Yeah.
But I told you it was a spell, right? I told you it's all inside the head. And that's why I said ritual can make you believe in something that doesn't exist. And the only thing that doesn't exist is every single other card, including the 7 of Spades that I apparently put aside. In fact, no cards exist other than the one in your hands.
That was so good.
Talking about Vanishing Ink and talking about one of Ryland's favourite magicians, who is Jeki Yu. Oh my! Jeki Yu had a new trick coming out through Vanishing Ink, and it's called the Helix case. And it is effectively a production of a deck of cards from a slinky. You heard that right. It is a production of a deck of cards from a slinky. And if you think that's nuts, it is. It looks nuts. Now, there's lots of different ways to do this. If you follow Jeki Yu on social media, you've probably seen this performed. He does it an awful lot standing up. You're about to see a performance of George Luck from Vanishing Ink, who's performing kind of a tabled version of it. But effectively, the trick is that you produce a deck of cards from a slinky. It's a very, very cool deck production. There are some limitations in terms of where you can do it, but if you get the right place that you can perform it in, this looks impossible. It looks absolutely impossible, and the production of the deck itself is very, very shocking. I'm not going to say any more. Let's have a look at it. This is Jeki Yu's Helix case, performed by George Luck from from Vanishing Ink.
Ready?
I'm ready, George.
So let's go down here. This is interesting. So this is where I keep all of my valuables. This slinky, you can put stuff inside, look. And I know it doesn't look like much because it looks like it's pretty easy to get in and out. But when you think about it, even though you can see the whole way through, it's pretty interesting when a deck of cards comes out. And that is a real deck of cards.
Right, now let's go over to Plain Sight Magic, and let's go over to Jeff Prace. Now, Jeff Prace has been one of my favourite magicians for pretty much ever. In fact, when Jeff was about 14, 15 years old, I co-hosted his very first project. Jeff really knows what he's doing. He really does. And some of the tricks that he's brought out over the years, like Monkey, have been some of the most popular, some of the most commercial tricks of all time. Earlier this year, or I think it might have been last year now, he brought out the random card generator, which I reviewed, and I said it was amazing, and it's the perfect everyday carry, because you can just throw it in your wallet and you're good to go. I stand by that review. The one negative that I said about the random card generator is that it's always the 7 of diamonds, which is great, but if you're performing in a restaurant and you're always having the same force card over and over again, it becomes an issue. Well, Jeff has done what he always does. He listens to his audience, and he's brought out packs of random card generators that are different values. So no longer are we just dealing with the 7 of diamonds, we're dealing with lots of different values, and you're about to see a performance of the random card generator. I said I was going to include some older items on this video. This was one of the standout items. This is something that every magician should carry around in their wallet, because even, you know, like some tricks that you learn, and if you don't constantly do them, you forget how it's done. So like 2 years later, or 6 months later, or a year later, you go to pick up that trick and you go, I can't remember how to do that. That's not the case with this. You could put a random card generator in your wallet. It could be 5 years since you last performed it. And if you go straight into it, you'll immediately know how to do it. And it's the perfect everyday carry, because you can literally do an impossible card revelation and you just need this one card with you. It is brilliant. If you haven't got the random card generator, head over to Plain Sights and pick it up. And as a bonus, Jeff is a super nice guy. Let's have a look at it.
All right, this is the random card generator. So every value in suit is on the front, and on the back it's red. Now, magician to magician, this is fully hands-off. The audience can do this whole thing, but since no one's here, you guys got me. I'm gonna rip it into 4 pieces. I got a cup, and I'm gonna rip this now into all the 20 pieces. Usually I have 2 audience members do this on my behalf though. So they rip up these pieces. And notice on the table I also have a prediction card.
You see that?
And we're gonna pick a card now, and I'll show you how. The audience would shake up this cup and dump out the pieces. All the pieces that land red side up, we eliminate. So again, the audience does this whole thing, but you guys get me instead, and we're eliminating all these pieces.
This is really fair.
And we're gonna do this until there's 2 left, 1 suit and 1 value. So they put these back in, and we'll do it again. Great, lots of red here. Eliminated, eliminated. Okay, turn number 3 we go. Okay, and look, we have a 7, but no suit yet. So we'll just do the suits now. And we get, last time, let's see. Oh my God, here we throw them on the table.
Oh, there we go.
Aggressive sometimes works. 7 of diamonds, and my prediction was the 7 of diamonds.
Boom.
So you just carry one of those in your phone case. That's
and you've
all
got
you
different versions now, haven't you?
You know, after you said some stuff, good stuff, of course, the number 1 feedback was to get new values in suits. So you got 7 of diamonds, 4 of clubs, king of spades, all in one set to reveal those cards.
Amazing.
Okay, so let's head back over to Alakazam now. Let's head over to Alakazam Magic and let's have a look at Cube Mix. Randomly, you're going to see a video of me performing this. I snuck behind the Alakazam stand, even though I'm on the Penguin booth wearing a Penguin t-shirt. I snuck behind the Alakazam booth, and the reason I did is because I actually did the tutorial for Cube Mix. So Cube Mix is a trick by Rizki Nanda. It's not my trick. It's a trick by Rizki Nanda, and it's a really nice prediction. And Rizki Nanda went to Alakazam with this concept of these Cube Mix cards, and basically it was a prediction, right? It's a prediction of a side of Rubik's Cube. Great. And Alakazam said to me, hey, can you come up with some other ideas? Can you come up with some other routines? And I went to town on it. I think we did like a 90-minute tutorial, maybe a 2-hour tutorial, can't remember exactly. But we covered so many different stuff. So we covered various different ways of doing the main handling. We talked about how to actually include a Rubik's Cube and incorporate a Rubik's Cube. We talked about how to include Cube 52, which is my trick, through Murphy's Magic. We talked about how to actually do this with business cards. We talked about how to make this a magical moment. We talked about how to, tons of different stuff. There's loads and loads and loads of material on the Cube Mix project, and you're going to see it dropping at Alakazam soon. I don't think it'll be long before this gets launched to everybody. At the moment, you can't see it. It was released at Magic Live and only Magic Live, but it will be coming out soon to the general public, to everybody. You know, everybody in the Magic community will be able to pick it up. And when you do, it's so versatile. Now, I use it. My preferred handling is what you're about to see with a cube. And to do what you're about to see, you need a tiny bit of cube skill, which I cover on the project. However, most of the routines, you don't even need to have a Rubik's Cube with you at all. So if you can't solve a Rubik's Cube, it's not a problem at all. It's totally not an issue. Rizki Nanda is very, very clever. I've always been a big fan of his material. I was very proud of being able to work on one of his projects, and this is a good one. So if you've not seen it, this is Cube Mix by Rizki Nanda and Alakazam Magic, coming soon to the Alakazam.
Here with the legend Kyle Purnell. Kyle, we're going to do a little bit of a... Can you solve a Rubik's Cube?
I can.
You can? Okay, so we're going to try and do something. You ever heard of these?
No.
Cube Mix cards. They're used by speed cubers. Basically, what they are is they're different images with different mixes on them, and some of them are see-through, as you can see. So you can put them together and you can create different images.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, we're going to use those in a minute, but first of all, I have a real cube here.
Okay, cool.
Now, there's 47 quintillion combinations with a Rubik's Cube,
That's nuts.
which is a lot. To put that into context, if you put 47 quintillion cubes next to each other, they would span the circumference of the Earth twice. Each one would look different, and only one would be solved. So to put this into context, there's a lot of combinations. So I'm going to mix this up like this, and the more you mix this thing up, the harder it is to solve, obviously. Anytime you want to, just say stop.
Stop.
Right there, are you sure?
Yeah.
Happy?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to take my glasses off, I'm going to look this way, and you're going to pick a side at random, okay? So I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to close my eyes, just say stop anytime you want.
Stop.
There.
Yeah.
So whatever side is pointing up,
Yeah.
I'm going to turn it over,
Yeah.
so it's pointing down, put it on the table.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
That's fair.
Cool. So I don't know what the scramble was that you stopped on,
Yeah.
and I don't know what the side was.
Yeah, sure.
We're going to try an experiment in coincidence. All these are different, as you can see, and we'll mix these up as well. We'll just give them a bit of a mix up like this. So I'm going to deal them onto the table.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to, just say stop.
Stop.
Right there on this one, yeah?
Yeah.
You want to change your mind, or are you happy?
No, that's great.
Okay, because look at this. If you'd have stopped here, that would have been the pattern.
Yeah.
If you stopped here, that would have been the pattern.
Yeah.
If you'd stopped, if you put that there, totally different
Yeah,
pattern.
yeah, sure.
Everything's different. But you stopped on this one,
Yeah.
which creates this pattern right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If this had been on here, it would have looked completely different. But
Yeah.
you stopped here, we'll cut that like that. So this is the pattern. So we've got an orange, a blue, and a yellow. This here we've got an orange, a white, and a blue. And over here we've got a green, a yellow, and a red. Now, no one could have known that.
Right.
But earlier on, you decided to mix this up to a particular order, and you decided to then pick a side, which is this side down here.
Right.
This is the craziest thing in the world. If you look at this, orange, blue, yellow. Look over here.
No way.
Orange,
Come on.
white, blue.
No
and over
way.
here, green, yellow, and red. That is impossible.
That's insane.
Okay, so let's head over to Mir Yedid and My Magic. And Mir Yedid, if you don't know, I interviewed him on the channel a little bit recently. Mir Yedid is one of my favourite magicians. I love Mir Yedid. Every time I go over to his booth, I know he's going to have something super clever. He's going to have something super commercial. He's going to have something that makes me go, ooh, that's good. And this year was no exception. He had Coin Copier. And Coin Copier is basically a really fun Akito box routine that doesn't use an Akito box. It uses what looks like an Akito box, but it operates very differently. You're not doing Akito box moves. There's other gimmicks built into this box, but in essence, it is one of the cleanest wild coin effects that you will see. So what happens here is, and you're going to see a video of Mia performing this in a second, but basically you have a bunch of different coins. Every time you put a coin in the box, it changes into a Japanese coin. At the end, and it's really important you remember this, at the end, all the Japanese coins are examinable, and you can use them for any other routine you want to go into, and the box is examinable as well. In fact, everything is examinable. Other than the cleanup at the end, it's completely self-working, and if you don't want to clean it up, you don't have to, you can just put the box away. Mia does a lot of gimmicks all based around Japanese coins, and I actually said to him, this is probably the best way I can imagine for making a 4 coins appear to go into any other routine you want to go into. This is brilliant. When I was watching this, and I was watching him performing it, I was getting really excited because I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. I can see myself performing this, absolutely. So it's really great. I'm not going to say anything else. Let's have a look at it. This is Coin Copier by Mir Yedid.
Hey Craig, thanks for stopping by. I want to show you something really cool. This looks like a coin box to magicians. Some people think it's a pill box. It's actually a counterfeiting machine. And it's only a prototype, so it can only counterfeit these Japanese coins.
Now, besides the box, there's also a scanner in the lid. I don't know if you noticed that before. And it needs to scan the front and the back of the coin. And I'll use these 3 coins to counterfeit into the Japanese coin. It could turn any coin into a Japanese coin, even a piece of metal. So here's a Swiss coin. And I also have a lens on the bottom. Look, if I give it a little wave like that, what happens is the Swiss coin turns into a Japanese coin. I'll do it again just for you. We'll use an English penny. I'll put the English penny in there. Look, all I have to do is give it a little wave, and that turns into a coin. A $50 because we're in the United States in Las Vegas. I'll take that $50. All I have to do is give it a little wave, and that too turns into a Japanese coin.
Okay, let's very quickly head back over to Vanishing Ink and let's talk about Bizzaro. Now, Bizzaro was one of the first people I interviewed on Magic TV all those years gone by. Bizzaro is a Las Vegas headliner. Bizzaro is an incredible magician. We all know Bizzaro. He's a creator. He's an inventor. He's probably responsible for the most performed trick on social media of all time. And of course, we're talking about Overstuffed. Bizzaro's great. Bizzaro is amazing. And he's just brought out Foiled Again, which is his take on the Paul Harris chocolate coin effect. If you remember years ago, Paul Harris brought out chocolate coin, where you would take a coin and you'd peel off the silver and you'd see chocolate underneath, and then you put it back and give it out for examination. Michael Amar popularized that on the Easy to Master Coin Magic series. Well, Bizzaro has a way of making this so much better than the original Paul Harris method, and he's created a gimmick that literally makes it look like real magic. And what you're about to see is a video of this being performed on the Vanishing Ink booth. When you get Foiled Again, it comes with tons of gimmicks. So if you've got a quarter, no problem. If you've got $50, if you've got $1, no problem. I believe it's got English coins in there as well. I'll give it a full review at some point. But in essence, it looks amazing. Imagine doing a coin routine with some $50 and you say, pick a coin. And you go, oh, that's interesting. That's the chocolate coin. You peel the foil back. They'll see the chocolate underneath, and then you put the foil back and you give it them. I actually said to somebody the other day, I was talking about this on one of my VMCs on the net tricks, and I actually said that this would be the perfect trick to do at a wedding. You know that kid that follows you around over and over again? I can just love the idea of taking a coin out of my pocket and saying, look, it's a chocolate coin, check that out. And then saying, look, if you can open it up, you can eat the chocolate. And then giving them, I think they'll just be sitting there for hours trying to open up this chocolate coin. Very, very cool. So it's, it's great. We'll have a look at it right now. It's not out yet. It's another one of the Vanishing Ink tricks that's not out yet, but I imagine it will be coming soon. Foiled Again by Bizzaro.
You could do it with a $50. You could do it with a silver dollar. You could do it with a quarter. In the middle of your routine, you just say, hey, I think this is one of those chocolate-filled coins, where if you go like this, you can see that there's actually chocolate inside of that. And when you take that off, you can give it back, and it's a regular coin.
Okay, let's head over to our friends at Trick Trick Boom, Roddy McGhie and Noel Qualter. And at Trick Trick Boom, they had 2 new tricks. And the first one I want to talk to you about is Ape. A-P-E. Now, this is the first trick that Trick Trick Boom have actually worked with another creator outside of Noel and Roddy to produce. And that creator is me. Yay. So Noel and Roddy teamed up with myself and we brought out Ape. Ape stands for a perception test and wins the award for the best front cover to a package ever, because the picture is of me as an ape, and you can tell it's me with the glasses and the plaid shirt and everything. Absolutely amazing. And the thing that makes this, in my opinion, is the hook line, because it references a video that was designed to test people's perception from years ago. You've probably seen it when you have some basketball players that play basketball, and some of them are wearing white, some of them are wearing black, and they have to pass the ball, and you count the amount of times that the players wearing black are passing balls. And while you're watching that, you miss a big gorilla come into the middle of the court, bang their chest and walk off. And everybody's seen this video, everyone's seen it. And so this allows you to replicate this illusion or this perception experiment close up. The reactions this gets, there's tons of live performances on the project and you'll see the reactions. In fact, I filmed the performances for this about 3 months ago. And about a month ago, I went out to film some more live performances for Alakazam. And one of the same groups of girls that I did Ape for were also there, because we went to the same venue and they just happened to be there again. And they were like, oh, we love magic, come back over. So we did some more magic for them. And they loved it, and afterwards they were like, that's amazing, but still our favourite trick is the one with the monkey from last time. We all keep talking about that. We can't forget it. It's brilliant. So you're going to see Roddy McGhie performing this. The key thing to this is it's completely self-working. There's no moves to it at all. I think Roddy has one move in there, but you don't need to include that move if you don't want to. But it's super easy. And it looks impossible. And the hook line is great. Reminds me of Stroop Test by David Jonathan and Nicholas Mavresis, and the Ishihara Test by Leon Lebanon, in that you're referencing an actual thing that exists as the premise for a card trick. I'm not going to say any more. Let's have a look at it. This is Roddy McGhie performing Ape. It's not available yet, but I believe that it's going to be coming out soon through Murphy's, through TCC, and all of your favourite magic dealers. But for now, you can't get it. Hassle, trick, trick, boom. I don't know when it's coming out, but here we go. This is Ape.
Hello. I'm going to show you a little card trick here. So about 15 years ago, a couple of experimental psychologists in New York created an experiment on attention blindness. Now what they did is they had two groups of people, some wearing white, some wearing black, and they passed a basketball between each other, and you just had to count the number of passes on the people wearing white, right? So we're going to recreate the experiment. I've got a bunch of cards here. We've got a few cards that have some basketballs on them, so number of basketballs on each card, and your job, Craig, is just to count the basketballs in total, right? So I'm not going to give you long, but I'll give you a little look at that, and now this one, and now finally this one here. Okay, that's all you get.
Got it.
How many basketballs?
Like 25?
25. I think you've seen this trick before. Yeah, it was 25, right? But here's the real question. Here's the twist. When they did the experiment, halfway through, someone walks on dressed as a gorilla, beats their chest, and no one sees it, right? That's why it's about attention blindness. So the question is, did you see the gorilla?
And now, in second place, the second best trick of Magic Live. In second place, we have Leviosa Phone by João Miranda. So Leviosa Phone is great. It's amazing. I am absolutely going to be doing this. And I didn't really do the original Leviosa, but I'm definitely doing Leviosa Phone. So if you don't know the original Leviosa, it was a deck of cards, it cut itself on the floor, and then there was that beautiful moment at the end when the deck goes into your hand. Nick LaCapo performs it a lot in his show. If you see it, watched America's Got Talent All-Stars, Killian O'Connor did that in his act. It's a beautiful piece of magic. That moment where it flies into your hand looks amazing. But it's still a card trick, right? It's a card trick. It's an amazing card trick, but it's still a card trick. So when I went over to João Miranda's offices in Portugal earlier this year to film The Button for Chris James, he showed me Leviosa Phone, and when he did, I was blown away. When I say blown away, I mean blown away. I had no idea how this... Well, I kind of knew how it worked, but I had no idea how they could make it work. And they've built Leviosa into a phone. So you show your phone, and what's nice about this is everything is self-contained. There's no hookup that you need to have ahead of time. You hook it up in the middle of the performance. So you show your phone, you switch it for the Leviosa Phone, you're hooked up as you show it, and then you put it on the floor. It can flip over. It's all programmable, so if you don't want it to flick over, it doesn't have to. It flips over, and then you make the light flash as many times as you want to. That's all programmable as well. And then, boom, it flies back into your hand. I think for a bride and groom, this would be brilliant. Imagine at a wedding where you say, I'm going to test your love. Stand up for me. We're going to use my phone as an experiment for this. Well, I'm going to put the phone on the floor. Do me a favor, hold hands. And when they hold hands, it flips over. And then maybe they think of the date that they married, the date they got married, which would be today. Or maybe they think of the date on their first date or whatever. Let's say it's the 10th, and you tell them to think about that, and then the light flashes 10 times on the phone, to coincide with the date they're thinking of. And then for the finale, you say, well, if your love is really strong, hold hands, and it flies into your hand. I think you can really build a beautiful moment around this. I think this is amazing. If you're a tech magician especially, I think this is worth its weight in gold. And also, anytime that you can take something that's designed for a deck of cards and do it with something else, that's better. Anytime we can get away from card tricks is wonderful. Leviosa Phone is amazing. Ryland's going to do it. I'm going to do it. Everyone's going to do it. Thea's going to do it. Sarah's going to do it. My dog Indy's going to do it. Everybody is going to do it. Leviosa phone, one of the best tricks that I have seen this year. Definitely in the top 10 tricks of all time. So why is Leviosa phone not number one? Because in my opinion, there was one trick that created a bit more buzz. We're going to see what that is right now. But first of all, here's a video of Leviosa phone.
I didn't bother you guys yesterday. You were always,
Yes. So, there is a little better for this. I'm working on the routine, but we'll see what I mean. So, I don't know if ever happened to you that you have the phone in your hand and then you are like searching for it just to think, oh, it's in my hand. Sometimes happens, right? But now it's not needed because there is a new type of Siri that helps you finding your phone. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I mean. I'm going to try right here. So, for example, let's imagine this. If I place my phone in the floor and I say something like, hey Siri, can you please turn the phone around for me? Siri will do it like this. That's it, very easily. Let's imagine you don't know where your phone is. You can say something like, hey Siri, can you please turn on the flashlight for me, please? Yeah, and Siri does it. So, and let's imagine that you don't know where your phone is. It's very easy. You just say, hey Siri, bring the phone to me, please. And Siri brings the phone to you. That's it. Very, very easy.
So, what's number one? What's the most exciting trick at Magic Live? What was the best trick at Magic Live? What was the trick that created the most buzz at Magic Live? Well, it is Eject by Trick Boom, Roddy McGhie and Noel Qualter. Eject is bloody awesome. This is something they've been working on for years. Eject basically is a gimmick that sits in your top pocket. And when you snap your fingers, boom, it flies out of your pocket and you can catch it. You can catch the pen from your pocket, right? So imagine if you're a close-up worker and you're getting to the point where somebody needs to sign a card for whatever reason. You say, hey, can you sign that card for me? And you snap your fingers and the pen flies into your hand and you give it to the spectator to sign. That's basically what this is, but the gimmick can be put anywhere. So you can put the gimmick on the floor and you're going to see a video in a second of Roddy throwing a pen on the floor and then having it bounce back up into his hand. I'm actually working on a routine for Ryland and Thea right now where I want to make two boxes and I want to have them made out of metal so they look like a teleportation device, and I want to stick one of these gimmicks in both of the boxes, and I want to talk about how it's a teleportation device and anything you drop in there flies out the other box, and drop a pen in one, it flies out the other, drop a pen in that one, it flies out of this one, and then have a card picked, and I'm going to have a jet fountain in there as well, so when the cards get dropped, they fly out. I've got so many ideas for this thing, it is ridiculous. It doesn't just fire pens, it fires a whole bunch of stuff. The tutorial I've already started watching, and the tutorial, I have to tell you, is hilarious. It is Noel Qualter in his garden, just messing around with this gimmick and just going, let's see how high it can go now. Oh my God, look how high this is. This is just a super fun thing to perform. And I'm telling you right now, this is going to go in my top pocket. This is going to make you feel like a rock star. This is going to make you feel like James Bond. Oh, you want a pen, do you? No problem. There you go. How's that? Like, it's amazing. It's got so many applications. I think that when they developed this, they just thought of it as a close-up trick. But, I mean, if you're a kid show performer, imagine doing a puppet routine and you've got it in the box and you put the puppet in the box and the puppet's going to write something on a piece of paper and then it flies out and you don't see it and then you put it back in because it's more easy to reload almost immediately and it flies out again and you put it in, you know, as a look-no-see thing for a kid's entertainer. It's amazing. Think about doing a seance and having the pen fly out and something's written on there's so many ways that you can use this, and I think creative people are just going to go crazy with this. I hope that there's a Facebook group for this effect, because I think that people are going to be coming up with a bunch of ideas. It is unequivocally, absolutely, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, the best trick, the most exciting trick, the most talked about trick of Magic Live 2025. It's Eject by Trick Boom. Let's have a look.
Hello, check this out, rubber Sharpie. Oh, but the other thing you could do with it, if you throw it down, it just comes straight back up. Yay! Or, if you want a Sharpie for somewhere else.
That's so cool. What is that?
It's called Eject.
So there you go, guys. That's another video in the bag. The best tricks at Magic Live 2025. Do me a favour, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you excited about any of these? Please let me know. And also, do you want to see more videos like this? If you do, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and more importantly, join the Netrix. It's my online streaming platform for magicians, and you can get access immediately, see what all the fuss is about. We've just uploaded another 4 routines into the Netrix, and we've got the Chop Cup thing coming very, very soon. Lots of exciting stuff coming to the Netrix. Until then, I'll see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. And by the way, for everybody who was at Magic Live and came over to say hello, thank you for making me feel so welcome. My name's Craig. Until next year at Magic Live, this was your 2025 Magic Live recap right here on Magic TV.